So even today on a Sabbath, peace. It's like we're in the Garden of Eden here, yet less than 500 meters away, there's an animal standing there, that's been genetically modified. There's a mule down there, and I've already settled this. The Creator's going to judge everything that happened, everything. So we do have to talk about this because it actually is something that explains with biblical, actual, factual, undeniable evidence. And I could go on for hours. In fact, I have to have a talk show, even on the Sabbath, because of the relevance of what's going on around us, what's happening in creation right now, and the divine responsibility that we have as sons of God, right? Because, so look, in 2018 approximately, you had a real interesting news headline in the mainstream media that said the ex-Israeli space chief, now that's a great title. I was thinking maybe I should apply for that title, being the Israeli space chief, because I happen to know what's going on because I'm a rabbi. I know what's going on Earth and in space, so-called. The ex-Israeli space chief, who was retired, came out and said that the U.S. government is working together with aliens and has UFO technology and all this stuff. And this guy, he has basically finished his career and has these secrets on his heart and mind. The same thing is going on with a lot of people that are classified as UFO whistleblowers. Now, there's information and disinformation in that sector. The way to know what one of them is actually telling the truth, whether you're watching a podcast about UFO disclosure, whether it's Dr. Stephen Greer or anybody out there putting any information forward, if you have a basic working knowledge of the Holy Torah, God's law, that includes the recorded total and complete history of this earth plane, the heavens and the earth and the universe, basically, then you really are able to know and to see what's going on and what's true or what's false coming out of anybody's mouth at any given point in time. Based on having a holy biblical account, it's like you have the evidential records of the complete history and the future of the universe, essentially, to work with and to use to analyze this intelligence or information and to identify it as true or false, according to God's law. It covers everything. So, now we have, even today I've got this on my mind because it's such an interesting subject. This is in the Torah portion, number 2, Noah, where Cain goes to a city called Nod. This city, folks, exists, very, 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 very shortly after the Creator basically reset the creation after Genesis 1 verse 2. Now there's creatures that are classified as ETs, EBEs, and aliens that are commonly reported all over the world and have been for thousands of years. And what they are is they are creatures that the Creator created in the gap between Genesis 1:1 and 1:2. And this is why Cain actually goes to a city called Nod. Right after we're standing in the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve, they have children, and one of their sons goes to a city. Now, who the hell is living in that city? And how was it built? Adam and Eve just, were created, had children. It's like Adam wasn't working a construction job in Nod. He was in the Garden of Eden. So the humans, Adamic humans like us were not alone in that environment at the time. And so this is recorded. You look up the word Nod in the Old Testament, and that's where the Anunnaki were. Now the goddamn Canaanites, they created the mule. They started to do what's called genetically modifying things. And I'm actually going to say this, that they are actually the first genetically modified and genetically modifying motherfuckers out there, because they go against the law of God. Like, if I got horses, I got to interbreed those horses with each other so that they remain horses. If I got donkeys, got to interbreed those donkeys with donkeys so that we got donkeys, and not mixing two different types. So what happened is, apparently, if we look at this earth plane, and we have the victory because of the higher divine self within. I and my Father are one, operating God mode. This thing right here is the Merkabah, okay? The chariot of God is what we are. Created in his image and after his own likeness, we got the victory forever. But so right now on earth, you've got humans, and you've got other humans who are humanoid or humanish, who have actually, who are either spiritually and or physically, and sometimes both to a certain degree, intermingled with the serpent seed or these other beings that were humanoids, but they're not Adamic. And that explains all this stuff going on, the modern day UFO, ET phenomenon, genetic modifications, and all this stuff that's all forbidden. It's all coming to light now. So the Torah provides evidence and shows us what's really going on, and the victory is ours as the Essenes, the sons of light.